Hello everyone, this is the Captain Swan podcast, episode 57. I'm Serena, Savior out on Tumblr, and the Captain Swan podcast will introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm You Brought Me Home.
Hi, I'm Mai, and I'm Bellamy Fraser Hughes.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm to the end of the world over time.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I'm Bookstore Romantic.
Okay, so I have completely forgotten what happened in this episode. Wait, let me think. What's the title?
Mother.
Hey, it's coming back to me. Okay, let's start with the Snow and Hammer reunion. Good, bad, disappointing?
Good.
I believe
That's like the end of Emma's arc this episode.
And it ties directly into the Captain Swan of this episode, because if it wasn't for their moment at the docks, then I would not believe Emma forgiving her parents this soon.
Yep.
Exactly. But I think that
Well, that's the only reason it happened, and it's also like the quiet Captain Swan scene that I was begging for like 2 episodes ago when he tried to talk to her in the woods and then she walked away.
Yep.
Yes, please, just sit down and calmly talk with her.
I talked. You walked away.
Yes.
See, this is what we've been trying to stress to Eddie and Adam. Scenes like that is our bread and butter of the Captain Swan ship. If we could have gotten something like that in episode 11, we would have
been happy.
Which is that. But things being as they are. But it was necessary for her to forgive her mother and for that relationship to seal itself, because going into the finale, you can't have that break. She has to be as strong as she possibly can in order to get through whatever's coming next. She can't do that if she's still got that anger in her.
Yeah, that had to be resolved before the finale if they were going to do a whole massive AU.
Yes, and if they're going to do that thing we're not talking about right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but going back to Emma and Snow, isn't it a bit repetitive? Like, it seems all of Emma's emotional breakthroughs happen the same way. She's stubborn, then someone is in danger, and suddenly she's like, okay, I don't care, I love you.
Yes.
It wasn't exactly the same, though, because it was still prompted by the conversation she had with Killian.
Which
there
is,
was that, too. There was, like, the calm, quiet, like, I should be thinking about this, maybe you have a point thing, and then the, if you probably have a concussion, I'm going to tell you I love you and forgive you.
Yeah, and usually when she does stuff like that with, the other people, like with Person and Henry and stuff, that person is in mortal danger and she's actively trying to save them. She wasn't trying to save Snow when they went looking for her. They just went looking for her because Killian had convinced her that she needed to talk to them and forgive them.
Yep.
I guess
Snow just happened to be in danger when Emma and Killian got there.
I would love to know how. I would love to know how they managed to get there so quick, because they were near the town line, and from the docks to the town line on foot is a pretty big distance. They drove
the same way that Killian walked all the way around town in Whiteout.
Yeah. When he already walked all the way around town in episode 2.
Yeah.
So, what?
I mean, I'd like to say that Emma learned how to do that poofing thing, but I don't think she has.
She's learned how to heal cuts and lacerations. We will say that David texted them, either her or Killian, when they were leaving with Maleficent, and then after their conversation, they were like, oh, well, maybe we should go join up with this dragon hunt.
Yes, and I liked it.
And that way they were sort of like on their way already when it happened.
Yep.
Maybe.
Don't you feel like there should have been more Emma and Snow scenes, or even Emma and Charlie, talking about their issues instead?
Come on.
But I was saying, like, talking about their issues and actually talking about what they did instead of just Emma being told by people, oh, you should forgive them because.
Absolutely, but this
Well, yeah.
show sadly does not work that way.
But remember, you cannot take away time from Regina. I mean, hello. It's so much important to see what we've seen in every other Regina backstory. That's so much more important.
Believe me, it's just another on the long list of things we wish that we could see and that, are desperately necessary at this point. But at the same time, things that we'll probably never see because the show has become so intensive on the plot that the characters are kind of made to suffer for it.
Hey, I was up I didn't see the script tease of the Captain Swan scene. I was like just shocked and surprised we even got one. I didn't know it was coming in advance.
I told Michelle, like, oh, I bet this is going to get I bet this is going to get deleted. I think it was Michelle.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet this is going to get deleted.
I know that the script tease he put out for their reunion scene, whatever line that was, and it was never actually said.
Yep.
So, I don't know why he would put out a script tease for a line that was never actually said, but, I mean...
Well, I'm sure it was said, they just cut it from the final episode. That was in Lily. She never did say, you don't have to worry about me.
I think we just got to the point where we've grown used to them...
cutting scenes for
putting out little that if there is something that needs to be resolved, they'll do it in like a blip just to get it out of the way instead of giving it the proper attention that it deserves.
Unless you're talking about Regina.
Yeah, like the whole Will and Anna storyline. They've made it seem like with what they're saying that they couldn't fit the Anna thing, the Anna thing until season 5. It's now feels like Will has no point being there whatsoever other than to be, the man candy rebound for Belle.
Thank you, Lisa. You gave me an opening.
Here we go, rant time.
Okay. What the fine fucking hell, Anna? Seriously. You told us, okay, oh yes, we'll get hints about it in 4A, and we'll accept it in 4B. And blah, 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 calling her, oh yes, Anna is a monster. Anastasia, because, oh wait, no, they never called her Anastasia. They always called her the Red Queen. I'm sorry, my bad. Even though the Red Queen is officially dead since episode 12 of Wonderland, It's a pity they don't watch their own shows. But,
well, I mean, the Anna thing isn't the only thing that they've, teased that's coming up and then has gotten shunted aside. I mean, we've been promised Killian's parents, like, 2 times and ain't seen hide nor hair of that. And they keep saying, putting that off.
Because fucking Regina, and seriously, you're going to tell me that Anastasia is a monster when you've got Rumple and you've got Regina, who's supposedly a hero, taking out the heart? Oh yes, I wasn't here last week, so I can rant about this 2 weeks. Yay! I'm sorry. Regina taking out a person's heart without consent is not a heroic thing to do. Stop trying to make it heroic. There's no way you can spin it around being good. Seriously.
And considering the nature... Well, when you consider the nature of the finale speculation we've gotten so far, if this in any way goes down like what happened at the end of season 3, I'm going to flip a fucking table because, okay, I'm not going into this expecting the Captain Swan show like we got last year because that would just be too good to be true. I'll be satisfied with whatever we get, but I don't want to venture into spoiler world, but I mean, they already allowed her to be the person who got rid of the Wicked Witch at the end of season 3. Does this mean, is she now going to be the one that breaks the author's spell and sends them all back? Regina.
Well, Operation Mongoose. Whoa! In their defense on that particular thing, Operation Mongoose has been about Regina from the very beginning, and they've never made any bones about that. My problem is linking that to a arc that was supposedly all about Emma going dark, and then, oh wait, Emma didn't need to go dark because, oh wait, they got the darkness from Lily. All Lily needed to do was show up.
It was hilarious.
So what was the whole point in them, going
The
on
whole
and on?
point was Rumple likes to screw himself over. He likes to scheme more than he likes to win, it seems. Like, oh no, my evil plan has failed. I have no other recourse. And Regina's like, I got this, fuck.
But everybody that was involved
I laughed so hard.
in the show marketed 4B as being, oh, Emma's going to go dark. I mean, the first little teaser that we got was the Queens of Darkness and Rumple surrounding her with that little grin of hers, like she was going to go, dark and nasty, and it never came to fruit. So it's like,
Emma is supposed to be. Yeah, it was just like the whole Emma is the lightest of the light magic. She's the only one who can defend Selena. Oh wait, no, the person without a heart has light magic too.
I just feel like
I'm still bitter.
I just feel like we're wasting everybody's time with
sucking Regina's cock.
Most of 4B has been a waste of time.
Yes.
Okay, so I think.
Okay, and my end of my will and right?
Okay.
Seriously? Okay, here's it. There's n number of characters you could have used for a rebound if you wanted a rebound. You really had to destroy a good, loving, true love's kiss confirmed relationship? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And also, why the fuck is she going back to Rumple? Why?
Well, the AU shouldn't have a choice.
She didn't do anything. She looked kind of sad because she still has feelings for him. She loves him, and she loved him enough to marry him. Like, there's still something there, but
she's also terrified of him.
Go back to him. She just felt sad that it didn't work out with them.
Actually, they said that the fans of the couple would be very happy with the finale.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There's
Lord.
AU happening in the finale. Whatever happens after that's fixed is just completely different.
They said both.
Both sides of the finale.
If she goes back to him by the end, I'm done. I'm walking away. There's nothing else that can be done for her. I'm done trying to fix her and trying to understand her. I'm out.
Walk away from what? None of us watch this show for Rumbell.
No, I
Exactly.
just always had this lingering hope that she would,
I'm a Bell fan.
grow a
This
brain
is
and
no one.
I mean, after what happened at the end of 4A, I thought she was finally starting to see him for what he truly was, and she would walk away for good. But
And we had that for a lot of episodes of 4B until the last one. Like, he looks terrified of Rumble, remember? And she's
Okay, let's go to the next question because this started with me asking what you thought about Snow and Emma, and so let's maybe try to stay on topic so we can go more coherently. Since we talked about the Emma and Snow relationship, we should mention the other mother-daughter relationship, Mal and Lily. So, what did you think about that reunion and Lily in Starbrook?
Okay, here's the thing. I had a lot of complaints about Lily last week, and I felt really bad. I mean, like, because I did not want Lily around Emma, and I still don't want Lily around Emma a lot. But oh my God, did that make me emotional?
I was like literally on the edge of my seat waiting for the two of them to meet because Mal, I didn't really care too much about Mal when I first saw her, but this arc has just endeared me to her in such a way that I want her to be happy.
Yes.
She has gone through, I desperately want this woman to be happy, so when Lily came out of that car and just pretty much gave her the brush off, I was like, you bitch. this woman has been waiting for you for 30 years, and you treat her like she's a piece of garbage, you bitch. Seriously.
Man, I love the parallels because it's true. You know, there is in the same way like Emma treated Snow at the start of two and Broken. Like, it's the lost person who's meeting their mother, who's always thought that they were unwanted, and they suddenly, oh wait, no. And the
Well, with Lily, she didn't think. Lily didn't think she was unwanted. Lily was expecting her mother to be, evil and want vengeance and stuff.
Crazy dragon bitch.
Yes, crazy dragon bitch. And Maleficent was just happy to see her. She gave up wanting revenge the minute her daughter walked back into her life, and that's not what Lily wanted. Now, do I care about them beyond 4B? Not really.
No.
I really want Lily to go away.
I mean, I'm glad that, after the dragon stuff went on, that the two of them finally managed to connect. I felt that was really needed. Because I was getting irritated at Lily for being such a pose beast. I'm like, just talk to your mother. Give her 5 seconds of your time, please. You haven't seen her in 30 years, and she is not at fault for what happened to you. I get that you're angry at Snow and Charming for what they did, but I mean, they're trying to reunite you with your family. Talk to your mother.
Seriously, okay.
The woman was like, she was like in tears because all she wanted was just to be with her child, and her child was like, and she, oh God, I just want to slap her.
And Maleficent said the quote that I really wish we get stuck, as Regina and Rumpel said. We can fret about past when we can look forward to the future.
I mean, I liked Once Upon a Time's Maleficent, but I am kind of sad that I didn't get Disney Maleficent, who is frankly just angry because no one invited her to her christening.
True.
I mean, I did get my villain who's evil for the sake of being evil and Cruella, yay! But I wanted that to be Maleficent because Maleficent's one of my all-time favorites.
I thought that the whole thing with Maleficent and Lily was I was pleased it didn't feel like a waste of time. Like with the Cruella episode, I felt like a lot of it was a waste of time, and like the only part of the flashback that I enjoyed was the twist at the end where we found out she's just a psychopathic sociopath. Mm-hmm. This part, like this villain resolution, there was no Maleficent flashback as well to overwhelm it, and it was tied in with the Snow Charming stuff, and we also got the resolution with the Emma and the secret and all of that, so like it didn't feel like it was a waste of time.
It felt good.
A lot of the villain stuff has been
in my Word of Nerd review. I wrote that this is what the show supposedly is about: hope, family, love, and it's what it's lost. Like it's lost sight of that with all this plot and evil villains and let's suck Regina's metaphorical.
This episode just proved how strong this show used to be when it was just focused on the development of the characters. It wasn't bogged down by plot, by villains, or by flashbacks. It was just solely focused on the development of the characters.
Not completely, because the flashbacks were boring as fuck.
And the flashback was a really long time to tell us that Regina can't have babies, but Cora was in it, so that made it kind of fun.
But he wasn't really
Cora saved the flashback for me.
Very out of character, Cora.
Well, they had to make her slightly out of character in order to justify what Regina did to herself.
But you said it. She did it to herself. Nobody put a gun to her or anything. She did it to herself. She's an idiot.
Stuff was dumb. I thought it was hilarious that she tried to set Nottingham up as
Robin. Yeah,
that was so funny. But like, I enjoyed the flashbacks because I enjoy Cora. I think she's fun. So like, but the rest of it I didn't really care about. But because Cora was in it, it was okay with me.
I was fretting because I was fretting. I was like, oh God, what are they going to do, Marion? What are they going to do to Marion?
Well, what was I gonna say? Cora flirting with dudes needs to stop because it's just creepy.
I honestly found the whole flashback sequence ridiculous.
It was.
The creep
It was
factor
ridiculous.
of Cora flirting with Nottingham and then her setting him up to be Robin Hood when the moment when he opened his mouth and words came out, you could tell he was a misogynist, fuckboy.
Okay, but this is a pattern for her. She literally married her daughter off to the guy she was going to marry.
Oh yeah, I understand where Regina was coming from in her logic as to why she decided to deprive her mother of what she thought her mother wanted. I totally get it. But the only reason they had to make it so that Regina couldn't have children was because Zelena was having Robin's kid.
I mean, there's no way that Cora would be able to understand what her daughter truly needs as far as a relationship and love, because Cora cannot feel anything. She cannot feel love because she took her heart out. So
I know that line about her being like, "Oh, I thought a loveless marriage was fine for me, but I should have known it wouldn't be okay for you." Like, yeah, it was fine for you because you literally took your heart out before you got married.
Yes.
You took your heart out, dumped Rumpel's ass, and then married a guy because you didn't give a shit anymore.
That was so funny when Cora was talking to her and Henry walks into the room. She's like, "Yes, hello, leave." I'm like, "Damn, bitch."
I love that part.
That's why I love it.
I'm like, how did she tolerate Henry long enough to sleep with him to create Regina in the first place?
She's determined.
But like, that's why Cora was why the flashback wasn't as frustrating to me. Like, it wasn't as frustrating as a Regina flashback usually is, even though it was a really long way of telling us that Regina can't have Robin's babies.
Which will probably get fixed at some point anyway, because it's probably the same potion that Snow took, and they found a way to fix that. I know, like, Nostos is gone, but if they really wanted to find a way to fix it, I'm sure they could.
If she drinks the water from...
Let's face it, if it were any other character, they wouldn't fix it, but it's Regina.
Well, if she drinks the water from the well, she'll probably get it back. Because you know what they say about the water from the well. It returns what was once lost. So, that's an easy
I don't know.
fix.
I don't think they're going to fix it. We really, like, why do we need more babies on this show?
We don't, which is why I hope Green Greens goes away.
But Selena's baby. Like, why do they really need to add a fourth outlaw queen child?
Regina does not need to procreate. That would be a really bad kid.
Well, Selena doesn't need to procreate either, but that didn't stop them from knocking her up.
You know what, though? The most fascinating thing about this episode was, as much as I dislike Regina and her mouth, I just could not believe at the end when she was talking to her that she finally managed to come full circle. She finally figured it out. I was like, you know what?
That always happens.
4 for you. I was like, you know what? Go you. 4 for you.
I liked that in the first moment, and then I thought about it. And that's what always happens. In season 2 it happened. In season 3 it happened. She always realizes, like, she always spends the episode doing really bad shit, and then the second, like, oh, light bulb!
Yeah, let me die as Regina. That's what happened in season 2. But she's the one who put the town in danger in the first place.
But this was so important that she finally accepted the fact that she was in the way of her own happiness. That it wasn't her happy ending wasn't Robin or Henry. It was feeling like she was at home somewhere. She never felt right anywhere.
Well,
And Robin was just a lucky part of that.
My only, I mean, believe me, the fact that Regina seems to have gotten her shit together is great. But my problem is what will happen the next time something doesn't go Regina's way. I mean, it's one thing to have a revelation. It's one thing to then back that revelation up with your actions.
He's going to have
hasn't had a chance to do that yet.
Under the rug. He's going to have a tantrum, and they're going to sweep it under the rug.
That's the big test, is how long will it last till something else pisses
5 seconds.
Because as was made glaringly obvious, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Like, I mean, you've got Rumpel, who's on death's doorstep, but that doesn't stop him from doing the same, seedy and underhanded shit that he's always done. And Killian, okay, I love this scene because it's sassy and it's him and it's his way. But at the same time, I wanted to kick him in the face because I'm like, look, dude, don't bait the crocodile. All right, man. I get it that he's a dog that can't bite at this point, but you already baited him once before in 4A, and look where you wound up. Shut your mouth.
You can't help it.
Honestly, I love that scene. It was one of my favorites because, come on, it's what everyone has wanted to say to Ron.
Like, every bit of hate that he has is directed, like, solely at that man. He can't help it.
And he's completely
I know. That's why.
his reason. He's completely
I just kind of laughed because I'm like, you know what? It's Killian, and he can't help himself.
And quite frankly, Rumple deserves it.
Yes,
he does.
Can we go back to the Regina Zelina scene there a bit at the end? Because the stupidest line ever, well, the stupidest line in the episode was in that scene when Zelina was like, I don't believe you can do it. And it's like, bitch, this was your plan too. Like, your plan was to get the author to give you a happy ending. You really don't think the author can give Regina a happy ending instead? This was your plan also.
It's so stupid.
Is it the whole time, no matter what Regina said to her, she had her nose in the air, like, you can't touch me because I've got Robin's baby, and he'll never love you if he finds out that you killed the mother of his child.
My God!
She just looks straight.
No. What Regina needed to say was what, like, you did? Because she killed Marion, who is the mother of Robin's child.
Oh, Regina killed her first.
But as soon as she looks straight at her face and goes, oh no, see, you're going to be written out of existence, so he won't even remember that you exist. And the look on her face, that was the first time I ever saw abject fear in that woman's eyes. Because she knew that Regina was not shitting. She meant business.
I love how Rumple was like, to Regina, like, we can work together. And Regina's like, are you kidding me? You're useless right now. Like, I'm just going to take the quill and leave you to, be gone. And I'm not going to care because I'll be happy. And then I won't care about you.
Mic drop.
Happy.
Your super reveal once again fucked everything up. Because once again, she put the doll in danger with the fucking quill. And oh wait, I'm good now. So I'm not gonna use it. Oh shit, you should have taken it away from him.
Yeah. Why did the author go back? Like, are we gonna find out why the author bothered to go back to gold? Like, why couldn't he just write whatever the hell he wanted to write on his own? Why do you have to go write what Rumple wants him to write?
I think they're going to cover that at the beginning of the finale.
I think because he feels sorry for him. He understands that Rumple...
Yeah, but he himself called Rumple a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but, we're not really going to understand it fully till we get the author's flashbacks, but from the promotional pictures, are we okay to talk about spoiler stuff now? Are we at that point?
No, we are not at that point. We are at the point where I can start asking. I'm gonna start asking the question from our listeners.
Okay.
We are at the point where I ask a question about Lily, and you guys go back to I don't know what Regina's infertility and whatever. So yeah.
We're sorry.
It's a question from Reusen. I don't know if you guys watched tonight's episode yet, but if you have, what are your thoughts on it and the Killian and Emma scenes?
They were awesome.
Finally. I wanted that like 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
I'm glad we actually got it. I was worried we wouldn't.
And the hug was amazing. It went on for a while.
Yeah, that was good. I was glad it wasn't like super short because we had so many pictures of it that like I thought it wasn't going to live up to it.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Each and every scene that they have just makes it more obvious that he knows her in such a way that he knows just what to say, what she needs to hear to make her feel better. They're that in tune. I hate to piss off any other people, but I almost feel like they're a stronger couple than even Snowing is.
And the episode in general, from 1 to 10?
7.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7 at
7.
least. Maybe
7.
close to an 8. I don't know. Say 7.5. Is that okay?
Okay, let's go to another question. We have another question about what did you guys think of the Captain Swan moment in this episode from Anonymous. So we just answered that.
I loved it when he started talking and she was like, okay, give me back the rum.
Me Rum had this conversation.
I love that the CS team was in the background.
Yes.
And that he was saying that she was basically on his feet.
Although I do have one complaint about the CS theme in that scene. It seemed kind of loud to me, and it made some of the dialogue a bit hard to hear. But that's just me.
I didn't really notice that.
What I really liked was that it really showed how intimate that they are. Like, you know, where he was trying to get her to understand that she needed to forgive her parents. She kind of leans over and he's like, "Oh, honey, we already talked about this," you know. And he's like, "No, I talked, you walked away." There's a certain level of intimacy in a relationship that you have to have in order to be able to talk like that, to be able to have those little cues and those little ways of those little speech patterns.
Oh god, and the one he knew exactly what she was gonna say. And
and I can't believe that we've talked about this long and have not mentioned the fact that she was essentially sitting between his legs.
I just mentioned that 5 seconds ago. I literally was
watching that. I was just like, you're trying to kill the fandom. Like, that's the only reason for why you would be sitting like that. You're trying to kill the fandom.
Honestly, honest to God, the whole, like, from the moment that she reunited them and then they left, they were gone so long. When I live logged, I just typed, "I choose to accept that at this point Cam and Swan are back on the jolly, banging each other's brains out." Because it was so long that they were gone. I was like, they must have gone and had a little frick.
Okay, we have a message from Ro. He says, I really enjoyed this episode, well, most of it. It was good seeing them show different mother and daughter relationship, hence the title. The flashbacks with the pre-Captain Swan shipper Cora were meh. Emma scenes with Hook and Snow were well needed and long overdue. I don't expect much from the finale. Looking forward to joining you guys next week.
Also, we haven't mentioned something that is very important to my health. Captain Charming.
Okay.
Hold on. We have to back up first. That message was from Ro. Serena, you did not insult him as some other kind of shipper. What is wrong with you? Are you feeling okay? Because I get insulted all the time, but I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. But also, you usually read my message first. So do you like me more than him, or do you like him more than me? I don't know what's going on anymore.
I just noticed the message. I think it's
So you like him more than me, is what you're saying?
Yeah. You're a Swan Queen. He's a Swan Queen.
Okay, carry on, Captain Charming, yeah?
I mean, I feel like you would be an outlaw green shipper because of the whole Relina thing last year.
Oh, man.
We do have a question about Captain Charming from Anonymous. Captain Charming, high glances in this episode, just saying. And what do you guys think about the promo? We'll talk about the promo later. Talk about Captain Charming. Mai, what did you think?
Charming knows what's up, man. That glance was everything.
Well, no, even before that, Charming was actually watching while they were hugging, and not looking away like he usually does.
This is true, but they were also hugging and not like kissing.
This is true.
Every time they do something more than just hug, he's like, I have an intimate knowledge of the entire Storybrooke skyscape because I count every building because I don't want to
like
look at my
he's
child
okay
kissing
with a
me.
hug, but he's not okay with a kiss on the cheek.
No. Anything that has to do with lips, he doesn't want to see.
As in 19, when she said goodbye to Hook, he was definitely looking off in the opposite direction. while Snow was like, love.
But you know Josh Dallas is the biggest Captain Charming pro shipper. Like, he does those things on purpose.
Yes.
Like, nobody wants Captain Charming friendship more than him.
I just wish we got more of it. That makes me crazy.
We were spoiled in season 3. Because we barely gotten anything since Whiteout.
Yep.
Well, I think he would like to be able to, have more of a friendship with him. It's just that with the way things are between Emma and her parents, he probably doesn't want to feel like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to remain neutral on it because it's not his fight, but he doesn't want to go off into any one direction because he doesn't want to seem like he's taking sides. He knows if he took her parents' side too much, she would feel like she was being betrayed.
Yeah,
So
he has to advocate for her to forgive her parents.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no,
herself,
I get that. I'm talking. We're talking about between Whiteout and before The Secret came out. There was like no Captain Charming.
Nothing, but how much?
And we're like, what the hell?
Seriously,
too much shit was happening and not enough time.
Too much for Hina.
I mean, we still have not had an on-screen with hearing actual words Snow and Killian conversation. Not since season 2.
No.
Oh well,
Well,
Adam and Eddie promised that we might get some flashbacks within the 6 weeks time jump of stuff that went on, but that got shoved to the.
Oh no, we did get some flashbacks. We got Robin flashbacks for the 6 weeks.
Yeah,
because
Robin,
we really cared about
Rumples, people we didn't give a shit about, but the ones that we didn't really get anything.
Nope.
But the Bronard was perfect.
Yeah, the Bronard was great.
The return of the Bronard.
Okay, another question from Anonymous. What did you guys think of the scene between Killian and Rumpel at the beginning of the episode?
Yes, I loved it.
Yay!
Sass-tastic.
It was also fun because when he was getting the dagger, Rumpel as Killian also likes to push people over in booths. Like, at least one little bit of his portrayal was fairly accurate.
Well, it was, but
somebody on Tumblr pointed out that Killian leads with his ass and Rumpel led with his shoulder.
Yes, I was just about to say that exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it's not quite there.
Even better was the look of so fucking done on the author's face. Like, so fucking done. I can tell that's why he left Regina when he did, because he's like, oh my god, you called me here to write your fucking story, and now you changed your mind? Bitch, really? Seriously? Throw me a bone here. I want to work. Come on. Y'all are boring. Peace out.
Okay, before we start with the spoilers, do we have another question from Anonymous about actually an old episode? Or maybe an old podcast, actually, an old opinion. And I think this is another one of the sassy announcements we got last week. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, I missed him. I'm sad I missed him.
We have the podcast available. You can listen to it, Mai, on kaplasman.com. And on iTunes. Anyway, Anonymous says, I'm listening to your post-Tallahassee podcast, and I don't agree with you at all. Killian is a lot more badass than Emma, and he took it really easy on Emma. She never had a chance. He meant for her to hit him so she could leave. Anonymous, let me quote Michelle from earlier today by saying, I'm glad you think that. It's nice that you think that. It's nice that you think that.
What was the question about? What moment?
It was not a question. The Anonymous is saying that you're dumb for thinking that Emma is more badass than Killian, and that she actually beat him in the sword fight. You are wrong, Anonymous. You are not right.
Definitely not.
Have you seen the boats going around with somebody who's actually an official sword fighting thinking magicer person? And they're like, I don't even watch this show, but it's obvious that he was trying to stop her from attacking him, but not attacking her. Yes. I know because of a different matter. I asked him him or her, some questions about sword fighting for something else, and he was like, yeah. No, so yes. Really?
So you agree with Anonymous?
Oh God, no. So everyone and their mother has said that Killian Jones threw that fight.
Exactly. So, not that Emma's not a badass, because she definitely is, but she literally only held a sword like once.
Twice.
This man's been alive for 300 years.
Yeah,
let's not forget in 321 when he single-handedly fought off a bunch of Black Knights and Midas's personal guards by himself.
And Blackbeard.
Okay, I'm
kind of looking forward in a very non-spoilery way of saying it. I'm looking forward to any potential skills that Emma gains as a result of the finale.
Okay, but going back to that sword fight, I think what we said at the time is that, of course, Killian is more trained than Emma because Emma was never trained. But he did not let her win. He underestimated her. He was not taking it seriously, but he did not throw that fight on purpose. That would make no sense for him to do that. Anyway, let's start with the spoilers, maybe.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. We're dying on here.
Let's start with Anonymous, who wants to know, at what point in the season finale do you think we will learn how Emma really feels about Killian?
The end.
Yeah.
The end.
Okay. Thank you for being brief. Thank you very much. I appreciated that.
Everyone
won't even find out what Emma's rewritten role is until the end of the first half.
I know, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous to me. How? How are they good? How?
Well, here's what I think.
Yeah. Okay, no, I can kind of see, because half of it is author flashback, and they have to set it up so that it happens first, and then Henry kind of discovers the role that they're in, so maybe finding Emma happens towards the end of the first half.
Yes, that's what I think.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay, I've solved it.
See, I think that when Emma and Killian meet up, because we already know from what Eddie had said that their stories will intertwine in the Rumple fan fiction land. So I think that she might start to tell him, but not have the opportunity to finish, because other things will be going on that gets in the way. But I think
You don't give me.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. In fanfiction land, they won't remember each other because Rumple doesn't remember anything because he runs with the clip with Henry. I mean, it's his grandson standing right there, and he has no idea who he is. So nobody remembers anything.
Unless Henry does something to get them to remember.
Yeah, but they're going to be in the midst of trying. If they do remember, they're going to be in the midst of trying to fix it, and until they fix it. Emma only does emotional revelations like that under extreme duress, and I'm telling you that extreme duress is at the very end of the episode.
Because there's theories that are going around saying that the only way to break what the author has done is for the good guys to get a happy ending on their own. So he's going to try.
Well, the author essentially says that in the clip with Henry that was released the other day. The author says that this is a world where none of the heroes get a happy ending, and they've got until like there's some time limit, and if no heroes don't get their happy ending before such a time, then the book is permanent. So he basically clues Henry in that if he can get one of the heroes their happy ending, then the book will be shattered.
And that's why there's this theory going that he tries to unite Killian and Emma because they're each other's happy ending, but it doesn't work, or he gets killed or something, and then so he goes to Regina and tries to reunite her with Robin Hood, and it's them that, by stopping his wedding to Zelena, it's them that supposed to get it.
That's gonna make me nauseous.
That's just a theory. That's just
that's probably. I mean, come on. That's
one of a gazillion different, head canons that have been.
No, but here's the thing. That sounds reasonable because in the end, Regina is the savior. So, and that can be capable.
I mean, the moment the moment that the author said that in that clip, I was like, oh, well, everybody should brace themselves for the happy ending that breaks this to be Regina, because Operation Mongoose has been all about Regina in the first place.
Exactly. That's what's annoying to me, because that makes Emma as the savior serving no purpose if Regina is
that's
doing
because
everything.
they're saving they're apparently saving the big Emma stuff for season 5 if the thing happens when they get back.
So they're thinking that they're able to reset everything and go back, but in the process, Rumpel
dies.
The Dark One dies, not Rumpel.
No, Rumpel dies. No, because that's what Rumpel said. He said, here's what I think. Rumpel thinks that if his heart goes completely black, that Rumpelstiltskin the man will die and the Dark One will take up residence in his body, but I don't think that's how it works. I think Rumpel dies because I don't think anyone's supposed to be the Dark One for this long. That it's kind of like, forgive the comparison, but I think it's kind of like the Elder Wand, that, people are always trying to be the Dark One, so they try to take the Dark One out. And it's just a continuing cycle, but Rumpel's managed to be the Dark One for like 300 and some years, and it's darkened his heart. And so if you're not supposed to be the Dark One this long and do evil shit, and then your heart gets black to this point and you die, that's what happens when someone stabs you with a dagger. You're not the Dark One anymore. Well, your body is dead, so the dagger is just untethered, and then oops, someone's got to take up the Dark One mantle.
So Emma's the one that makes the sacrifice.
It goes for Regina first, because Regina's got the next darkest heart, and Emma's a hero and is not going to let Regina get, snapped up by the dagger, so she decides to take it on herself.
No.
That's what I think happens.
Maybe she thinks that her light magic will be enough to counter whatever dark magic is contained within that dagger, but I don't think
when it comes to that kind of decision, she really puts that much thought into it in the moment.
No.
If that happens, I really don't think she's there calculating it.
Nope. She's
an instinctive gut reaction person.
Yes. So she's gonna say to Killian that she loves him, that he's protected her heart or some such, and now she has to do this, and zap.
She's going to disappear, and I think that super secret scene that they're talking about is going to be
finding out where she went.
Wherever she winds up. I thought it was funny how Eddie had said, I'm surprised that no one's found out about this scene so far. I'm like, it was filmed in studio, so how the fuck are we supposed to know what the hell you filmed in studio? It's not like, and at this point, you've got everyone has signed this disclosure shit, because every time someone comes out with a spoiler, they wind up getting fired. So it's not like they're going to talk about it. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
last person that tried to spoil some shit about when Person died, like 3 people got fired, got freaking sacked because of that shit. The only reason we had even an inkling of what was going to happen with the Frozen thing at the end of season 3 is because they've been teasing that for a long time. So we kind of had that suspicion that it might go there, even if we didn't know exactly what the final scene was going to be.
Were they? I thought it was a complete
No.
surprise.
No, we didn't know about Marion, but we knew stuff was going. We knew that there was a big Captain Swan moment because the people outside.
I know.
Grannies.
Yeah, about the episode. Yes, about
But we didn't
the
know
last
about Frozen.
scene. Yeah, the last scene about Elsa was a complete surprise. Nothing leaked about that.
Nope.
Okay.
We knew we were going to go somewhere new, around someone new, but we didn't know who.
Yeah.
And can you say it's totally bullshit that they're giving Snowwing's storyline to Regina?
Well, Rumpel is.
Still, and I'm sorry, but Regina is perfectly manicured, and her hair is perfect when she's abandoned. Like, what the fuck?
All we know for sure is that they're not introducing any new characters. They're not going to any different realms. It's just going to be a change of condition, meaning like Emma becomes the Dark One or magic gets unleashed into the real world.
We'll see. I mean, I don't really want to think about the twist or the thing possibly going. Like, I don't want to get myself too.
It's depressing.
Worked up? Not even worked up. But like, I don't want to think about it too much until it actually happens and I know what we're really dealing with. Because otherwise I'll just get frustrated and annoyed.
All I know is if she does become the Dark One or becomes dark in some fashion, they're not going to draw it out. They can't.
Oh, see, no. I was thinking about this earlier today, and given the slow-ass glacial rate they insist on having Captain Swan, I mean, for the love of God, they haven't even banged yet. That they'll spend a good because Outlaw Queen got separated in 411, and they didn't get reunited until almost 3/4 of the way through 4B. And that I think if Captain Swan gets separated at the end of 4B, they're not going to get reunited until some point after the halfway point of 5A.
No,
she'll still have
resolved because you can't have Emma separate from the rest of the town for half the season.
But then after they get reunited, that she's still going to have to deal with this Dark One nonsense, and we're not getting that fixed until the end of season 5.
Well,
I'm basing this on how slow they insist on drawing out Captain Swan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
but no, Emma can't be like gone for half the season. That doesn't work.
Well, I know that because they.
Then why did you say that?
Because I'm extremely pessimistic about how they're going to handle this storyline if it happens.
Pessimism has no place on a Friday evening. It's the weekend. It's the weekend! We must all be happy.
It's Saturday here.
Hold on.
It has no place on a Saturday either.
If Leanne wasn't trolling last night, and hopefully she wasn't fucking trolling, because if she was trolling, we'll slap her.
No, she said...
No. She really meant what she said about that coffee cup.
No, she didn't, because she posted that tweet before she watched the episode. She had no idea what was going to be in the episode when she posted that tweet that had the coffee. Sorry.
Honestly, come on. Even when Adultery Queen was separated, they were having adultery. Like, they were separated, yes, but they were still sleeping together.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. There's no way they're going to give Captain Swan 2 milestones in one episode, even if it's a finale. We're either getting I Love You or we're getting coffee. We're not getting both.
There's no room for coffee. What are they going to do for coffee?
There's no time because the author does the story right at the beginning, so it's gonna segue straight into that. And for anybody that is still confused about the promo pictures with the author, they're like, why is that TV saying ABC? Okay, the author is from our world.
Yep.
because he talks about room service and hotels. He's from this world, and based on the clothing choices of the other characters in that scene, it's obvious he's from the 1960s. It looks like he works.
I find it hilarious. He's been in Enchanted Forest peddler gear since he came out of the book, and then he changes it, and all of a sudden everyone else is in Enchanted Forest clothes, and he's in a suit.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you change before? Why have you been dressed in Enchanted Forest clothes this whole time?
At the very least, have the Dark One fetch you some, poof you some clothes.
Seriously.
And what's funny is he acts like he doesn't know what a bagel is. I'm like, dude, you're from the 60s. They had bagels in the 60s.
Well, no, I think they wanted to keep the reveal that he's from our world until the finale, so they had to have him do stupid shit like that.
Based on those...
Hey, don't make your bagels or Stephanie's gonna go crazy.
Based on those pictures, it looked like he's working in an appliance store of some sort, and his boss is an asshole and probably treats him like shit. And maybe
if that's his boss.
And maybe he wants...
I had this weird thought that that's the sorcerer showing up to offer him a job.
Because I think they were saying that he always wanted to publish his own book, but never had the chance to, or never felt like he could do it, and now the guest author was giving him the chance to write however many stories.
The sorcerer. We're supposed to find out who the sorcerer is, too.
It seems like he's not satisfied with the way that the stories have gone, so he's trying. So now he starts to influence them in very bad ways.
And we know the author's full name now, Isaac Heller.
Heller, yeah.
Okay, let's try to get to all these questions.
Okay.
Anonymous wants to know, do you guys think Killian will be a villain or a hero in the author's new book in the season finale?
Hero.
Apparently he's a bumbling swordsman.
Yeah. Or a blacksmith who's never wielded a sword or some such.
Honestly, it looks, based on that little snippet that we got, it looks like he's not much different than what he normally is. He just has no sword skills and he has cowardice.
He's a blacksmith.
He's a hero because this is Rumpel's fanfiction, and he can't be, in the hero category. There's got to be something that's
wrong
not
with him.
good with him. Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question here that has the possibility to make you go on for hours and hours. So I'm gonna get out my timer. And the timer, you have 1 minute each. 1 minute each. So Anonymous wants to know, how do you think the season 4 finale will play out? Who wants to start? I'm about to press play on my...
I have no expectation.
I don't care. I just want to watch it. I'm tired of speculating.
At one point or another, and screaming at Regina or at the writers. Like, really? Really?
I'm not going to speculate at all, because at this point we've gotten about 5 gazillion different ideas, headcanons. I'm done. I'm just gonna sit and watch and let the chips fall.
That's it?
I agree with Lisa. I'm just gonna watch it.
I expect to enjoy it, but we're so close. What's the point even of speculating?
Yeah.
I wish they'd stop releasing spoilers because it's making people speculate more, and they need to
Me
stop
too.
because they're making me aggravated.
Last night with the Rumpel Henry sneak peek, I went to go watch it. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll watch it. It was like 3 minutes long. I was like, fuck this. That's 3 minutes of the episode I'll have already seen. I don't want that.
I have not watched any of this, except for the snowing one. I have not watched.
I saw the Snow Regina one, and that was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun.
You know what's funny, though, in that Rumpel Henry little snippet, here he is written to be the hero, and he's not even that good at it. Seriously, like when he talks, he still talks like the Rumpelstiltskin smarmy asshole in hero clothing. He hasn't really changed much. He's still the same jerk that he was. He's trying to be a hero, but he talks like he's talking down to them, like he thinks he's better than them. So he's really not doing a very good job of it.
Because he thinks that's how heroes talk.
Okay, next question from Princess One Love.
It didn't take us a long time, Serena.
What?
It didn't take us a long time. Aren't you proud of us?
Yeah. I have my phone in my hands. I was all ready to time you, and you didn't give me the satisfaction. Next question from Princess One Love. You guys heard of the mysterious wedding that will happen? I know that it's too soon for Emma and Hook to get to the stage of the relationship, but I think it's either Regina and Robin or Ruby and Dr. Whale. What do you guys think? It's Robin and Zelina next.
Zelina.
Not
Next.
Next.
It's all being a zombie.
Robin and Zelina.
Charming and Abigail.
We answered. Let's go to the next question. Hookstone Killian for Life 28 says, question for the next podcast. Who do you think is going to die in the finale, and who do you think is going to die temporarily? Die for real, the author, die temporarily, Emma. Next.
Nice.
Does someone disagree?
She's not permanent dead, but we're not.
I think Rumple's gonna die at some point.
Yeah. Probably temporarily.
They can do another temporarily Rumple death. Like, is
I
this
think the
like
authors,
the third
I think the authors will
time?
die.
They don't
Oh,
care
I
if
do-
it makes sense.
But the author does need to die because they're gonna. I think that's the only way to get a new author is if the old one dies.
Yes.
Maybe Emma is the new author.
No.
We think
There's
Henry
Henry.
No, it's gonna be August. There's no
I'm
reason. There's
still
no reason to
holding
have
out.
August there unless they're
Yeah.
making him the new
Henry needs
author.
to go to
Yeah.
school. He needs to learn to spell before he can become an
Still
author.
holding out that it's Henry. Still holding out that it's Henry.
Henry is 12, but he can't spell.
I was just thinking about this earlier that they're gonna have to do a time jump soon because they can't have Henry be 12 forever. They gotta make him at least 13.
Yeah, but if they do
But
the
Serena,
time jump,
remember, then Henry's not a real character. He's an extension of Regina.
can Regina spell? I don't know, because every time she's supposed
Growing up, they
she
were
was supposed to do pauper work in season 1, she was banging Graham, so I don't know. Can she spell?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Regina knows how to spell. She can also spell a spell. Just like Emma can. Emma can spell the word spell.
Okay, so I have 2 questions about the dagger. I'm gonna read both of them before you answer. Question 1. I know you've touched on the dagger scene a little already, but do you have any theories of how it's going to go? Question 2. Do you guys think the dagger scene with Emma will be at the end of 21 or 22? Since they did show it in the promo pictures, why would they spoil those pictures if it was supposed to be the climax of the season finale? I would think they would want to keep that a secret. What do you guys think? History lesson. They spoiled the climax of the season 1 finale by releasing the pictures of Emma giving Harry a true love's kiss. So that's not a new thing.
Plus the pictures from Darkness to the Edge from the 4B premiere had Emma and Hook and Granny's, and that didn't happen till the end of the episode.
Yeah, but
Trust
here's
me,
the thing. I don't think it's the ultimate last climax. I do think it's going to be at the near the end of the second half, but I don't think it's going to be the very, very last scene.
No, I think it's gonna be the next to last scene.
The super secret scene is the last scene because when we got that Twitter picture of them scoring the scenes, Emma and Killian were in Gold Shop supposedly trying to get the dagger, and the timestamp was like 41 minutes. And you have to think, when they're scoring, this doesn't include commercials. So if you subtract about 10 or 15 minutes for commercial breaks, then 45 minutes is about the right length for that half of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to go from Rumpel's shop back outside, sacrifice, dagger scene, blah, 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 Emma disappears, and then super secret scene at the end where we'll probably find out wherever she's wound up.
Mhm.
Okay, so last question from Princess Swan Love. I almost forgot, this is my second question of the Once Upon a Time Season 4 finale that heard in the podcast you guys did for the Lily episode. I really hope that Emma and Hook bang bang scenes does happen in the first part of the finale. Obviously in the Jolly Roger, and that they say their I love yous to each other in the second part. Because that will make of what Adam Haddy showed this season of Captain Swan worth it. So what do you guys think? I don't think they will bang. I think they will say I love you at the end of the last episode, the second episode.
I agree.
Yeah.
Same here. There's just not enough time. It's going to go straight into the AU storyline, so not enough time, unfortunately.
And plus, I really think they want to save the banging for when they get reunited.
Yeah, when Leanne made that tweet and everybody thought, oh, they're going to bang, I was at first, I was like, what? And then I was like, what? Because I want that moment to be special for them. I don't want it to be because they think they're going to die. I want it to be real. You know, like, this is their choice. They want to move forward. They want to do this. Not because they feel like it's their last moment.
Well, and it would parallel Snowing with when Snow and Emma got back from the Enchanted Forest. Like, the first thing Snow did after waking up her husband was
bang his brains
out in their bed.
Making tacos.
They'd also been separated by a curse for almost 3 decades.
True, but we don't know how long Emma's going to be separated or if time moves differently wherever she winds up.
And, I mean, come on, you really think they haven't wanted to have sex all this time?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they've known each other for a while, and there was that missing year where Hook remembered who she was and she didn't. So by the time they get reunited, they're going to have known each other for like almost 2 years. And the fact that they haven't banged yet is a minor miracle.
It's an unbelievable miracle.
Yes.
But yes, sure, let's go with miracle.
Okay, so
Got nothing else for us, Sabrina?
we are done with the questions. And do you guys have any other comments?
I just want it over with.
I'm never wanted a season over as much as I want this one over.
And hope and live in hope that they can start fresh in season 5.
I mean, come on. I'm happier with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and their mega angst drama and asshole tweeting of words than I am with Once Upon a Time. And that's really sad.
It's funny, even though everybody is massive Once fans, everyone has said the exact same thing. They just want this to be over.
I'm really glad, though, that I enjoyed Mother, because if I hadn't liked the episode before the finale, I would have been much less looking forward to the finale. Like, I'm glad that I enjoyed Mother, because now, like, I want to watch the finale, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think large parts of it are going to be fun. I'm just worried about the fallout from the very end.
Oh yeah, but I can't care about that until we get to the end. I have to look forward to it.
And I'm worried about the Regina polygism, and they're going to have to hell hating Snow because poor little Regina. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Okay,
and if Romel gets back together, then I'm gonna puke.
So if you guys don't have anything else to add, we can end this episode, and we'll be back next week to discuss the finale. Thank you everyone for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.